Now.
There you go.
All right. Wonderful. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for your patience and for being here tonight. This is the talk on networking using LinkedIn and building connections for career growth and success. The roadmap for tonight is we're going to go through a bit of an intro. I'm going to talk about how you can market yourself. Then I'm going to give you ideas for building content that you can share. I'm going to then give you a challenge because setting goals and having a roadmap for what to do is a good idea. And then I'm going to give you some constraints that you have with using LinkedIn. Who am I? My name is Edna Johnson. I use they, them pronouns. I'm a cybersecurity professional. I work as a cybersecurity engineer and analyst at a local hospital. Uh, when I was at Western Governors University, I helped lead their cybersecurity club from um, starting to over 8,000 members. And during my time there, I helped them start Employability Month, which was a monthly event, and it included all kinds of um, activities that would help build um, resumes and get to know what kind of careers there are in cybersecurity, all kinds of things like that. I'm a volunteer at BSIDES Orlando, as well as DC 407 and DEFCON, that's Detection, Engineering, and Threat Hunting Conference. And I was a contributor for the InfoSec Survival Guide, second edition. And I'm also a speaker and a Capture the Flag competitor. Uh, so my story, why I think I'm a good person to share about growing your LinkedIn and connecting with people online. So I started out in my InfoSec journey, and I wanted to volunteer and become a member of the InfoSec community. So I started out at BSIDES Tampa, volunteered there in 2020, in the beginning of the year. And I helped out with mental health hackers. And then BSIDES Tampa said, "Great, thank you for helping out, and we hope to see you in 2021." Now that we have, you can look back and we know that in 2021 everything was online. So now online networking was the only networking there was. Everything was online. If you wanted to connect with people, you had to talk with them online. Um, so I realized that everybody is going online at the same time, and there would be a lot of people. And uh, I saw that as there's going to be a lot of opportunities, but I really also wanted to stand out and make sure that people would be able to find me and connect with me, and I would be able to make sure that we we were able to I was able to grow my network and get to know people. Um, and so that's what I did. Um, so when you're starting out with your LinkedIn profile, you need to build your profile. So you need to start putting together and make sure that you are putting your authentic self out there. And that starts with adding a professional picture, adding some kind of representation. I know in cybersecurity, a lot of people want to stay as anonymous as they can. So maybe come up with some image that represents you. Um, and then on your profile, add a banner. You can find free ones online, or you can use a program called Canva. I really love Canva because they have so many options there, and they have pre-sized images, because you'll find that a lot of websites, they have certain image size that they use for the web pages. And it's okay if you want to just fill in some of the information now and then revisit it and keep improving over time. The most important thing is to just get started. If you start making progress today, it's going to help for being more likable and approachable, and you can improve over time. Make sure on your profile that you highlight your skills and your talents. And then if you have top something percent anything, add it on there. You can add you're in the top 20% of Try Hack Me. You're in the top anything percent of Hack the Box. If you're on some kind of platform and it tells you that you are a top something, put that on your profile. That I know that a lot of people have it, and some people will gripe about it. Don't listen to them. You're sharing how awesome you are, and this is your space to do that. So why should you network online? So you want to build credibility and your build your professional network. And if you are online making connections, you're able to connect with people outside of just the people that you know within your community. You're able to connect with people that have large ideas all over the world. It's going to help you with learning about things that other people are doing. You'll be informed about the industry trends and events that are happening. You're going to be exposed to opportunities that you might not otherwise be offered. I can't tell you how many times I've had people tell me that they start building out their LinkedIn profile, and now all of a sudden they're getting recruiters reaching out to them because now that they have added information to their profile that says, "Hey, I know C++," or "I know how to work with a firewall," and then bam, employers and recruiters are now able to search that information, and your profile comes up, and that is giving you an opportunity. It also there's opportunities for volunteer work. There are opportunities to collaborate on projects. So there's not just work related opportunities, but other opportunities that enrich your lives as well. So it definitely helps you with um, job hunting and other professional network opportunities. So when you're getting started, just remember getting started is always the hardest step. So you're showing up here today, and that shows you're already taking an initiative that you want to do better, and you want to learn, and you want to be able to have your profile shine. So you may be feeling something called imposter syndrome at first, where you're looking at yourself and going, "Oh my gosh, I don't have all of the skills, or I'm not as fancy as this other person that has, um, 100 connections or 1,000 connections," and so you're comparing yourself to somebody else. But just remember that everybody is a unique individual, and you don't have to worry about where somebody else is. Your journey, it can start today, and that's okay. And you will get to where they are. When I started, I did not like, I have uh, a few thousand connections right now, but that took me 4 years to build up. So look at, I started in 2020, it's now 2024. It's something that I have been working on. I didn't start off with all of these connections and all of these great friends that I met along the way. It takes time, and it takes intentionally building that community. Um, so make sure that when you're starting out, start with finding people that you already know and connect with them. Those are going to be the easiest ones to connect with and build a community with. Um, and then start reaching outside of your network and meeting other people. And I'm going to be explaining how you can do that, but I just want to make sure you know that you can give people a chance to say yes. Don't just assume that they're going to say no. Give them the chance and the opportunity to say yes to connecting with you and networking with you. Um, and I want to make sure that everybody knows if you have a past in a different industry, that does not mean you should abandon that and start a new profile for cybersecurity. I have heard people, and I think this ties in with the imposter syndrome. You feel like you don't belong yet because you have something different in your background. Um, those are relationships and connections that you have already built and nurtured and established. So allow them to be part of your journey too, as you're sharing about your successes, as you're learning in cybersecurity and growing. So you might be wondering who to start connecting with. Where's a good place to start? So the first place I would say is start with your local cybersecurity community. Um, Groups like DC 407. There's CitySec here in Orlando. We have CitrusSec, 2600. Those groups are where people meet, and you may be able to find, start with like the leaders of those groups, connect with them, ask them who else you can connect with. So you can say, I am, just I am insert name, and I would like to get into insert whatever, penetration testing, blue team. Who should I connect with? Who can help me in my journey for that? And they can give you some recommendations, and then they can give you a warm introduction to somebody else, and that's going to help grow your network. So then you have connected with the leader of the group, you've connected with the person that they have introduced you to, and then you just keep going like that. Ask the next person. And they if you reach out to somebody, like for example, I reached out to somebody and I told them that I had recently started volunteering with B-Sides Orlando, and they were like, wonderful. um, I have friends that organize this other B-Sides. Would you like to meet them? And I said, of course I would. I love talking with other people who are helping the community. And really, the people who are running these groups are people that want to help others. And those are great people to start with connecting with. You can also go to local conferences. And I put GERCON because that is happening like right now. That one's in Michigan. There's HackSpaceCon. That one happens at the Kennedy Space Center. It's a really cool conference. But find like local conferences you can go to and meet people and share information, share LinkedIn information. You can bring business cards. So you can print out business cards and hand them out and connect with people there. You can go to professional cybersecurity meetings such as ISACA, ISC squared, or ISSA meetings and meet people there. They're very friendly, and they would welcome you to come there and say hello and meet some of the people there. All right. So now when you're making your connections with people, um, you don't want to just spam people and send LinkedIn connections all day long. Just, I'm going to connect with this person, this person, this person. That's going to lead to people reporting you as spam. And the more people that report you as spam, there's an algorithm that LinkedIn has, and it will start to slow you down, and it will um, you'll get like a block for a certain time period. You can't use your LinkedIn, and that's not good if you can't use your LinkedIn profile. So you want to try to connect with people naturally. I recommend using Discord communities. If you are on the B-Sides Orlando community right now, we have a channel that is for um, LinkedIn Connect channel. Go ahead and post your LinkedIn right now. Everybody that's on this meeting right now is here to connect with other people. So you have a community of people that you can connect with right now. So you can share it in the Discord. Other Discord communities are Black Hills Information Security. If you're at a school, your school might have one, or if you're an alumni from some kind of school and they have a Discord, you can share it on theirs. If there are local communities, so you can share it on the DC groups like DC 407, DC 321, DC 813. I'm really going with the DC groups, but um, any local communities, CitrusSec, if they have a channel for it, share your LinkedIn there, and then go look at all of the people that have posted before and start connecting with them, because when they're sharing their LinkedIn there, they're saying, hey, I would like to meet people in my community. Go ahead and send me a request. So they've already said, That's okay. I accept LinkedIn requests." Um, you can leverage other content creators communities. So there's a couple of, I call them super connectors, but there are people who are, every week they share a post like, hey, I'm looking to connect with people on LinkedIn, and this post is for you to put put a comment and say I'm open to connections, and then they will, you can connect with those people, and then you can add your LinkedIn on those posts. So an example of that is David Meese, and there's another, Kevin is another one who does help desk content. So those are people who you can look up, you can connect with them, and then every week you can post your LinkedIn on there and connect with other people. Um, and then use connection notes when you're sending people. If you're connecting with somebody that you don't know, use connection notes. And if you have a premium subscription, that gives you more connection notes per month. Um, so I'm going to talk about I think I have this in a different place, but I have a challenge for you. And in the first month, you can use the premium, and that helps you to really launch off your connections. So, what are some things that you can post about on LinkedIn? Um, Definitely post about any successes that you're having. So if you're working on a certification and you're studying for it, you can be like, "Hey, I just started studying Professor Messer's A plus content. I'm very excited for it, and this is going to be a great certification. It's going to do wonders for my career." And then when you pass that certification, you can say, "Hey, everybody, I did it. I passed my certification." And that is going to get people really excited to celebrate what you've done. If you're in college or if you're in a boot camp, you can say, "Hey, I passed my class. I did awesome. I did it." And people will comment on that. They will be excited for you. They'll be cheering for you. If you're doing any kind of activities, so if you're studying a new skill, like let's say you're learning how Nmap works, um, share about that. And if you're doing Hack the Box or Try Hack Me, you can say, "Oh, I've just finished this Try Hack Me room. It was really interesting and I learned a lot. Here is that." It will have like, when you finish it, it will encourage you to share it online. So you can have like the embed with it, so people can see like, yeah, you did that. If you go to a conference, conferences are wonderful for sharing information because people want to go to conferences, and then if you go to one, you can take pictures. People are going to be excited to see like, "Oh wow, that looks awesome." You post like pictures with other attendees. Say, "Hey, I just met," like, let's say I go to a conference and I see Ian. "Hey, I just saw Ian at HackSpaceCon. Wow." People will be so excited. Or if you attend a talk at a conference, take notes. And then if you come up with a really good quote from that speaker, take that quote, take a picture of the speaker, and put it up on LinkedIn, and like, wow, this speaker just said this really interesting thing that I wanted to share with you. And uh, that's going to be great content to share. If if you see conferences that are sharing, "Oh, there's a CFP open," tell other people about it. Encourage others to submit talks for CFPs. Share about CTF competitions. So capture the flag if somebody else wants to go compete. Or if you're competing, share how you did. Share if there was anything memorable from that capture the flag competition? Was there a cool thing that you got to solve? And then as you're learning new things, teach others about what you've learned. So if there was a really a light bulb moment, put that out there. Let other people know. Don't hold it to yourself. Share it with the class, because that is going to help you. That's going to help the community you're sharing it with. And then also use content that is relatable. So a lot of times you'll see memes get posted again and again. Go ahead and take that meme and share it. People in your network may not have seen it. Um, and memes are funny. So enjoy a humorous moment. All right. So some more post ideas. Oh, I did mention the share key takeaways. So that was, not just conferences, but like if you go to a meeting and somebody says something that was really insightful, you can share that. Like, for example, I just went to an ISC squared meeting and I could have shared something that was really memorable from that meeting. Um, if you're reading articles, you can take that article and you just write one quick sentence about it, just a quick blurb about what you thought about what you read and share that. And then others will know that you're reading articles and you're staying on top of the latest cybersecurity information. If you see other people's posts and it's something really good, you can share that and add your thoughts to it. You can even share that you're doing this networking uh, challenge. Just find your voice, find what is most authentic to you, and then post about that. All right. So, growing connections. You can join LinkedIn groups. So, this is going even further, but you can join LinkedIn groups and you can start interacting with people there. There's a lot of groups on LinkedIn. Um, you can find very niche topics. You can find blue team groups. You can find like cyber warfare groups. You can find school related groups. Um, so many things that you could do. And just find your niche and start interacting with people there. That will help bring you more people want to connect with you when they see you posting, because they start to like what you're sharing and then they want to become a member of your network. And then LinkedIn now has events. So this was actually posted as a LinkedIn event. You can attend and participate in LinkedIn events. They can be virtual, they can be in-person events, but that gives you an opportunity to meet other people and connect with them. Um, when you're starting to grow your network, you start to have a lot of people in your feed. Start commenting on other people's posts. People will like it when they get comments on their posts. So you start to develop better relationships with those people. And really, what you're wanting to do, the whole point of growing your network and meeting people is to develop better relationships. Because these are people you're going to be in. Hopefully, it's like, if it's a career for um, life or however long you plan to stay in it. But these are people that you're going to be continuing to interact with and you want to have good relationship with them. So comment back on people's posts. And then when you're connecting with people, periodically, if there's some, you have a thought of like, oh, this information would be great for this person here. Check in with them and message your connections. I do that quite frequently. I will, think of somebody and I will message them and let them know that I thought of them. This has helped me a lot um, with building connections and then strengthening them. It's not just how many people you know, but also like building and strengthening those relationships. And always try to be helpful and positive in your interactions. People like people that are helpful and kind. All right. So now I have a challenge for you. It's always great to have goals. And I'm going to give you a challenge, but make it whatever you want to make it. So I like having a goal, and I'm planning to get to, from point A to point B in a certain time. So this is my challenge to you. It is up to you if you take on this challenge or not. But my challenge to you is, um, in the next 6 months, try to grow your LinkedIn by 1,000 connections, new connections. So if you have 600 connections today, um, at the end of 6 months, you aim to be at 1,600. And okay, and the second thing is try to develop engaging content that encourage conversations, and that's going to be to to deepen to strengthen the relationships that you're building with your network that you're building. And then step 3 is to build your voice to continue your brand in the future. So if you're wanting to become a cybersecurity leader or a voice in the community, that is step 3. So just a sample timeline of what that would look like is in the first 30 days. This is going to be where you're trying to build your reputation and build your community. So in the first 30 days, post content daily. And you can plan that ahead of time. You can come up with ideas or sit on at the computer on the weekend and come up with, like, find articles, find things to share, and you can schedule those posts out so you don't have to be worrying about it every day during the week. You can have that pre-planned. So after the first 30 days, you're going to try to refine your niche and start conversation building. So find people in the community that you want to be in. So if you're trying to do threat hunting, for example, try to connect with people who are in that community, join Discord servers, start having conversations with people in that niche community. So after you've started talking with people and hopefully learning and getting feedback on the conversations that you're having, start building your own content. So you could put together a blog. Medium is a great platform for blogging, or you could make video content. If you want to go further, you can make your own branding. Some people have really beautiful branding, personalized branding, and you can even set up your own website. You don't have to have a lot of money to set up a website. You can make a website on platforms like Wix or WordPress, and that can be done for free. And then I would like, if you do this challenge at the 6 month mark, um, take a minute to reflect on the journey and the lessons that you've learned during this challenge. Um, since I gave you a challenge, I want to give you the constraints that LinkedIn has. LinkedIn does not want you to spam everybody, so they set limits to things. They set a limit to, you can have between 20 to 25 connections per day. That is not a fixed number. It is some arbitrary number, and it flexes. So outgoing connections somewhere between 20 to 25 a day. LinkedIn gives you personalized notes. You get between 15 to 20 personalized notes per month. Don't be afraid to use them. They are there for you to use. They refresh every month. You can have up to 700 invitations outgoing. If you have 700 pending outgoing invitations, go through that and start canceling your oldest pending invitations. Because if they are sitting there for a long time, likely they're not about to accept it. and you just want to, start fresh. And then also, you're capped at 30,000 connections total. So after 30,000 connections, LinkedIn makes it so that you can only have people follow you. They can't connect with you. So those are what LinkedIn sets as like your limitations. Oh, okay. So at the 6-month mark, if you can reflect on the experience, write this out. Like, did you learn anything? And did this challenge have a positive impact on your life? If you do this challenge and you get to the 6-month mark, please come back and tell me. I would love to hear how it was for you. I love feedback on this. I think it's a good experience for people to go through and do this. But I want to hear how it went for you. So please let me know. I want to give you some resources. So Jason Blanchard does a stream every Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. It is the Job Hunt Like a Hacker. It's on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Banjo Crashland is his link. And it is a wonderful stream. He will do different things. So this past week, he did negotiating salary. He also does LinkedIn reviews. He does how to search for a job on LinkedIn, a lot of great things. And then there's a couple of books that I recommend. First one is Linked, Conquer LinkedIn, Get Your Dream Job, Own Your Future. And then the second book is LinkedIn for Dummies. Don't knock it. It's a good resource. So I know it's a dummies book, but it's a good one. All right. Before I go to Q&A, I wanted to show, all right. Ian, oh, sorry. Okay, see, Ian, I'm going to show, there's this banner here. I love this banner. But this is a way to like really stand out as a person. This shows the ethos that Ian has, and it really sticks out. Let me show my banner. So I made this in Canva. I'm probably going to update it sometime soon, but this is a free template that Canva has, and you add your name and your title, and then if there's any link or anything you want to add. So I just wanted to show those. All right, I'm gonna have Levi is gonna be. Oh, you can't see. Hang on, I may have to share. Thank you for pointing that out. Share LinkedIn. Okay. Thank you, Levi. I'm sorry about that. All right. So this is a banner that I made in Canva, and it was using a free template, and I just put my name on it, my title, and my website. It's not sharing? Okay. It's showing to me like it's sharing. Okay. All right. Good. Thank you. All right. So this is my banner. I made it in Canva. Name, title, website. All right. And then I want to go to Ian because I really like his banner. It shows like his ethos. So it's like humility. It's basically like humility is better than ego, inclusion is better than elitism. So showing his values, and I love that. I was going to show you some more LinkedIn profiles, but we're running a bit behind time. So let me, I'm going to stop sharing and let Levi has some information about his images. You're backstage. How do I put you in front, Levi?
Am I here now?
There you go. Okay.
Right. Sorry for my video quality. My computer's a little messed up right now, but yeah. So LinkedIn has an algorithm that runs everything, of course. And one thing that I've noticed over the last few months, and a few others have mentioned, is that when you're creating a LinkedIn post, you're really, I mean, you could put information, you could put web links, you want to put something that's going to catch somebody's attention, but the algorithm really caters to people who have images in their posts. I saw someone post a week or so ago that they did a test, and when you used a new image that LinkedIn had never seen before, those posts are going to get more impressions. So when I'm creating a LinkedIn post, one, when I post, I want to be me. Um, a lot of people they're trying to sell their business, they're trying to build their brand, which I think is great, and that's what LinkedIn's all about. But I want to encourage people. I'm looking for work. That's something that I've been looking for a while. So I've been seeing a lot of posts of people who are struggling. So I started posting, trying to encourage people who are looking for work. But what I've noticed was that when you add images to your posts, they get a lot more impressions. And that's partially because people interact with posts that have images, but it's also that the algorithm favors posts with images. Let me see if I can share. Oh, let's see. And you don't have to be a graphic designer or anything for images. We have AI now, and that's what I've been using for most of my images. Um, Here we go. So there are a number of ways you can go about it. What I've done was say I'm doing a post on give me an image, and thankfully ChatGPT doesn't care about my typos. It'll give you an image. Um, I just made a post a few hours ago, and I threw the whole post in ChatGPT, asked for an image that was on the post that I was doing, and that's the image it gave me. There are a lot of things that you can do that, whoops, okay, let's see. ChatGPT is a little bit slow, but okay, I mean, there you go. That's a great image. You can throw it up on there. It's going to get people's attention. Things with color are very helpful. Um, but you saw how easy it was. I now have an image that goes to my post, an image that will capture somebody's attention as they're scrolling through their feed, and an image that's going to hit the algorithm's favored postings. And for me, I want more impact, more reach because I'm trying to encourage people. I know there are a lot of people who are struggling with the job market, especially trying to get into cybersecurity right now. There are a lot of people who are struggling with that. So I want people to see my post because I'm hoping to encourage them as they're going through those troubles. If you're posting about, say, coming in the top 10 on a CTF, you want people to see that. It's a great way to build your brand, as Edna said. It's a great way to get yourself out there. But when you are creating posts, one of the things you want to focus on is creating a post that's going to get interaction. If people interact with your post, more people are going to see it. It's going to go to their feed. It's going to go to your third connections. It's going to go a lot further. Um, so really, I started LinkedIn years ago. I abandoned my LinkedIn and just got back to it a few months back. I think I had 100 or so connections when I came back to LinkedIn. I did a lot of the things that Edna suggested, and I've got over 800 connections now, which isn't a massive amount of people, but it's building that network. It's doing the things that Edna said that really help one, grow your brand, but get your name out there. If you're looking for work, getting your name out there is important. You may or may not be the best person for the position. That's okay. But if you know someone who is hiring because they have that relationship with you, that may be the door in that gets your resume viewed. Um, a lot of things, there are a lot of times where you're putting out resumes and you're never getting past the AI or the ATS. Well, your connections on that or LinkedIn may be getting your resume at least on the desk of the hiring manager. I have met people who we connected through a second connection, someone that we didn't even know, and we started chatting. And they said, "Yeah, if you want to get a job here, let me know, and I'll give you a recommendation. It may not get you the job, but at least it'll get your resume in front of a person." That's happened. I've had a few conversations like that, and on the same, if I know someone who's hiring, I'm more than happy to share my connections with, or share the job with the connections that I've got. That's a lot of what LinkedIn really is. I don't know what all you wanted me to talk on, Edna, but yeah, use images, use things that are going to get interaction. I'm still learning. I'm not massive on LinkedIn by any means, but I'm just trying to be out there to help people. I know Edna has been great with sharing posts and whatnot. It really does build that network and the connections. So do what you do, be you. Don't think you have to be someone else. You don't have to be an extrovert or popular or this or that. Just be yourself, but be proactive and reach out. Comment on someone who has 100,000 followers. Comment on their posts. Comment something that provides value. Don't just post a generic comment, but provide value. That'll get your name seen. Other people will react. It really is about getting yourself out there, and specifically with LinkedIn, it's not becoming popular, but becoming connected. But yeah. So, Anna, you there?
I'm here. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for
Um,
having me.
yeah, absolutely. So we're going to be having these career webinars taking place every week leading up to BSIDES Orlando. So next week we have a webinar on interview tips and how to do better with interviewing, which is a great skill. Next, after that, we're going to have a presentation um, by Yesenia on your digital portfolio. So, things that you're putting online. I think that's going to be an exciting one. And then our last webinar is going to be a um, webinar for the hiring, for the employer side. It's going to be on hiring better, how to hire better. It's going to be a panel discussion. And then at Besides Orlando, we have Career Village that we're going to have so many things for you. We're going to be having resume review. We're having, we have a job board. We're going to have job listings where the employers are right there on site that are hiring for the jobs. So if you find a job that you like, you can talk with the people, and you could even have an interview on the spot because we're going to have an interview area. It's like a networking interviewing area that we'll have there. We're also going to have mock interviews, and we're going to be giving away free copies of the InfoSec Survival Guide second edition. So hope to
For
see
which
you
you're a
there.
contributor. So
Yes. Yes. I was one of the contributors on that one. Yeah. But I hope to see you all there. All right. Thank you for
yeah.
coming.
Thank you, everyone.
All right. Ian.